Welcome to your Supreme Court. The Hawaii Supreme Court is located at 417 South King Street in Honolulu. It has a Hawaiian name, Ali'iolani Hale, because it was originally constructed back when Hawaii was a monarchy. Inside, there is a beautiful stained glass dome at the top of the two-story structure, and on the second level, there are the offices of the Supreme Court Justices and the Supreme Court courtroom, which is also used by the Intermediate Court of Appeals. Off to the right is the Supreme Court Clerk's office, where the appellate documents are filed, and off to the left is a historically reconstructed trial court room that we're going to be taking a look at. The Judiciary History Center has recreated it, and aside from looking a little old-fashioned, it has the same functions that any of today's trial courtrooms would have. I'm going to go through who sits where to give you a better idea of how this would function. Here I am sitting in as the judge. The judge always sits at the highest part of the courtroom on something called the bench. The judge is in charge of the courtroom and is the one responsible for making sure that the procedures are followed and that everybody obeys the law. At the next table sits the court clerk. That job includes receiving documents and swearing witnesses in. The court clerk is also in charge and prepares the courtroom documents. The table on the left, facing the judge, is reserved for the plaintiff in a civil case or the prosecution in a criminal case. The attorneys will sit there, and their clients may sit there as well. The table on the right is reserved for the defense counsel and the defendant. The stand-up table between the plaintiffs and the defense table is called a podium. The attorneys are required to stand at the podium when talking to the judge. In this courtroom, the witness box, where the witness is seated, is over in the far side of the courtroom. In many modern-day courtrooms, the witness box is up next to the court clerk and the judge. Last but definitely not least, there's the jury box. The jury box is always on the side of the courtroom, and it seats 12 people. Every courtroom also has benches for the audience to sit and watch the trial. You are free to attend almost any trial in the state. Notable exceptions would be cases in which a minor was on trial. In that case, due to confidentiality reasons, the courtroom would be closed. Now that we've looked at a trial court, what about the Supreme Court itself? Well, I couldn't get my video camera into the Supreme Court courtroom, but I did find a video that they had made themselves. It's from a series called Tips from the Bench and the Bar. The bench refers to the judges, and the bar refers to attorneys. I'm going to include the beginning so you can see what the Supreme Court courtroom looks like and what happens at the beginning when the justices themselves come in.
Please rise. Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. All persons having any business before this Honorable Supreme Court of the State of Hawaii, draw nigh. Give your attention and you shall be heard. Please be seated.
Counsel, are you ready to proceed?
I hope you enjoyed this brief field trip of your Hawaii Supreme Court. Feel free to drop by and visit the building or to attend any of the oral arguments.